Good, YouTube, man. 2019 has been crazy. Like, it's been a great fucking year for mixed martial arts. Like, we seen Jorge Masvidal turn into a megastar. We seen the stupidest fucking trade in all of MMA history. We seen Chris Cyborg sign the largest deal in all of female fighting. And also, we heard announced the return of Conor McGregor fighting Donald Cerrone in 2020. Early 2020 at welterweight. Now, and also we seen Israel Adesanya's rise to champion. Now, I just want to start off by saying this, that what the hell was the UFC thinking trading Demetrius Johnson for Ben Askren? Because I always figured that Ben Askren was a bum. And not to mention, DJ has always been one of my favorite fighters. DJ's one of those once-in-a-lifetime fighters who just hasn't been pushed enough. Like, DJ easily could have been a big as Conor off of talent alone, but I feel like he didn't have the right competition to support it. Like, they didn't have a very stacked flyweight division. Like, it was underly stacked. When it came to talent, he triumphed those guys, so it made it less interesting. And also, I feel that with that since one favored it more of the lighter divisions, I feel like he's getting that recognition he finally deserves. And as we can see, we see Ben Askren with 1 and 2. And of course, I think that Robbie Lawler fight was some bullshit. But anyway, Ben Askren hung it up. He lost very, very humiliatingly because we seen that he wasn't ready. Like, he went undefeated for about 18 fights. 18 fights. I'm right. 18 fights. He comes to the UFC. He gets knocked out in the quickest time in all of mixed martial arts history. Jorge Masvidal beat Hector Lombard's record when he knocked out Jay Masvidal by a fucking flying knee. He gets beat by Damian Maia, somebody he probably should have easily went through, and probably had just as great as a ground game, just as good as a ground game as he did, and he couldn't even get the fucking job done. Now, as far as Chris Cyborg, I don't blame her for leaving the UFC because, like I said before in a previous video, she's probably the most disrespected person in all of UFC history. Nobody wants to work for someone who says that you look like a fucking man, or you look like Wanderlei Silva in a fucking dress. And then out of all that shit that she wanted to sign a new deal so she could fight Amanda Nunes, all she wanted was apology from Dana White. Dana White treated this woman like shit before she even stepped in the door. And he treated her like shit before she walked in and before she even walked out. Dana White, I'm sorry, but from the Reebok deal to underpaying fighters, he's slowly but surely getting me to turn against him. I love Dana White when it comes to business because in a way I want to be like Dana White. I want to get in the promoting business because of Dana White. Or the early Dana White stages when he just seemed like he was a regular guy. He's straight up, he's honest, but it seemed like he's the opposite of that now. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the way he's conducting business, he got fighters leaving left and fucking right. And on top of that, you're making these new stars like Jorge Masvidal's bigger than ever. His last fight, he only got paid $500,000. Now, if you seen the Canelo versus Sergey Kovalev fight, they were waiting for that fight to end. They were waiting for the Jorge Masvidal versus Nate Diaz fight to end in Madison Square Garden. Wait, no, I'm sorry, it was in Brooklyn. Was it in Brooklyn? I don't remember, but anyway, they were waiting for that fight to end. Now, as big as that card was, why the hell did Canelo make more money than everybody on that goddamn card, and he could wipe his ass with the main event money? Like, literally. But at this point, it's becoming a shame, and I think fighters need a fighter union. I think they need to bring the Ali Act. That's always been an argument from the rip, but I feel like it's best if they do it now because the way that these dudes are working, like, hands down, this was probably the best year as far as fights it has ever been in the game of mixed martial arts in the UFC alone. Like I said, UFC 236 from Max Holloway to Dustin Poirier 2 to Israel Adesanya versus Kelvin Gastelum to fucking Tony Ferguson versus Donald Cerrone to fucking what else? It's so many. Justin Gaethje. Like, bro, this year has been crazy, and I feel like it's only gonna get better in 2020. But like I said, man, hopefully the UFC's bad business doesn't fuck everything up. I feel like something is gonna give. Something has to give. Like these dudes, they bust their ass 24/7. They work day in and day out. They have to make weight. They're damn near killing each other. They gotta watch what they eat or watch what they do, because you just might test positive for a banned substance. You can't just do anything and everything now. You gotta be clean. You gotta be pure. It's just so much shit on the line dealing with this MMA game. You know, it's a kill or be killed game. And I feel like, you know, they fighting for pennies. They fighting for scraps, because it's just a deadly game, man. But anyway, let me get back to the point. 2020 is going to mark the return of Conor McGregor. He's going back up to welterweight to fight Donald Cerrone. Now, the last time Conor McGregor fought at welterweight, he fought Nate Diaz in a winning effort. What some people consider controversial, but I would honestly like to say that I had it a draw. But Donald Cerrone's last fight, I think it was against RDA, and I get against a losing effort. But Donald Cerrone has more fights at welterweight than Conor McGregor does, and I feel like going into the fight, for me, the favorite would be Donald Cerrone, saying as he's always been active since Conor McGregor last fight, and Conor McGregor's last fight was in October 2018. And of course, Donald Cerrone's last fight was last week. It's a joke. It's a joke. But anyway, man, like I said, man, coming to this fight, I got Donald Cerrone. And like I said, before this year wraps up, we got Colby Covington versus Kamaru Usman. Now, like I said, I hate the fuck out of Colby Covington. Like, I despise Colby Covington. I hate his fucking guts. And if you fuck with Colby Covington in any way, shape, or form, turn this video off and go to another fucking YouTuber, because, like, fuck you. For real. This dude is offensive. The way he offended Glenn Robinson. Glenn Robinson has done a lot for fighters' careers. He's made the Black Zillions. He's done everything he can to contribute to the sport as a manager. And to me, as someone who wants to get into the game, that's somebody I could look up to, because like I said, I want to get into promoting. I want to get into the manager business. But Colby Covington, to disrespect the dead like that, bro, you're a scum, bro. You're just scum of the fucking earth. At this point, this trolling shit, you took it too fucking far, bro. Like, period. Fuck you. I hope Kamaru fucking body slams you through the fucking octagon. Like, I can't stand Colby Covington. I really don't. And I'm not saying this to be a troll. If he wins the belt, I'm just gonna have to stop watching the welterweight division. Like, I think at this point, he's starting to get banned from ATT. Nobody wants to work with him. Nobody wants to train him. If that's the case, what the fuck is he gonna do? I got Kamaru beating the shit out of him if that's the case, because he slowly but surely he's a despicable ass person. And I hope Dana White looks at him and goes, bro, one day he's gonna go win, lose, or draw, bro. You're getting cut, because you're just out of pocket. Like, you're disrespecting me. You're disrespecting everybody around you. Like, you obviously have no fucking respect for anybody. Like, you don't need to be here, bro. So you can go the fuck on. I feel like it's only a matter of time. But anyway, man, I felt like I talked a bit much. But like I said, man, I tell you on all the videos, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe for your boy. And on that note, I am out of here.